Welcome back, friends, to another reading for the collective. My name's Ross, your favorite spiritual strategist and modern mystic here on the YouTube. And I've been away for a while. There's been a lot of snow that we got here in the United States. So I hope you're staying safe and warm and that all good things are coming to you. This is a special reading. We've got the full moon in Leo coming up. So we're tapping into that energy and the energy and how that's relating to the collective. But this is a timeless message. We're just pulling in those energies for a little extra flavor. So we begin as we always do by formulating a question or a query or something that we need more insight into, holding that loosely but firmly in our mind and taking 3 breaths, breathing in and out through the nose or the mouth. 2 more times, breathing in and out. And last time, breathing in and out. So let's see what the cards have to say today. Like I always say, these are not prescriptive. This is another way of looking at things. I don't claim to know anything, or you want to come out, or tell you how to live your life. This is just a different lens through which to look at the situation. Got this full moon in Leo coming up. It's Aquarius season. My birthday is coming up and is right on the other side of this full moon. And the energy has been affecting me for sure. I spent just about 12 hours in bed. uh, you two were eager. All right, that might be a good place to start. Anything else want to come out? Definitely. I see what it is, but I'm going to try to keep it from you. All right. Any of you other fellas flip? All right. Yeah, we'll start. Well, I'm keeping going, or I wanted to keep going because we've got this lovely little. We had 5 and now we've got 6. So give me one more. Give me one more. And one to grow on. All right. So I've done a reading like this before where we had 7 cards, and the invitation was to interpret it as the energy for the week, or, ooh, knew that was going to happen. I must be psychic. Did you go out? We can't have a reading without our burning. So yes, like I was saying, I did a reading where 7 cards spilled out, and I invited us to view it as the energy of the week. And some ash fell on this one, so we're going to start with that one. And as I'm rearranging these, I'm thinking this will be the significator, the card that represents you, who you are, where you are at this time on this journey. You're someone who's risen above all of the muck and mildew of your thoughts. And so this is going to be, how is this person, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. How is this person going to be going forward in their week? And we think of the creation myth saying that one of the creation myths that God created the world in a week. This might literally be a week, or it might be something more metaphorical. This could just be this lunation. This could be this winter season, or it could be 7 weeks, 7 months, 7 years. We just ended a 9-year cycle and we started a new one. The era, or the year of the wood snake, excuse me, is coming to an end very soon. So we're going to be entering the fire horse. So maybe this is a forecast for the fire horse, but this is, you might be a woman, you might not be, but you have this kind of queenly quality. Queens represent the appreciation of the suit. Swords are the air element. They also deal with thinking, and her sword is pointed straight up to suggest clear thought, clear vision, cutting through. She's risen above the clouds of her mind and is sat on her throne, grounded, secure in her knowledge and in her station as queen. She's got this tassel tied around her wrist, but it has been severed. So she is freed from, we could say, the queenly duties or the queenly perception. And even though her face is severe, she still offers that hand stretched out and open, suggesting that, yes, maybe she's seen some things, maybe she understands some things, uh, but it has not dampened her love for the world. And if you've been following the news, there's a lot going on that could make someone kind of turn away, turn their back on the love of the world. But if you've been following the news closely, then you see that there are more folks that do want to offer support, that do want to create community, that want to come together and not divide. So, this is a great place. Good for you. This is a great place to start. So, let's look at your week ahead. And this is relevant whenever you're finding this. Can you see these? No, we cannot. This is relevant whenever you find this. So if you find this on a Monday, consider that the start of the week. If you find this on actually Sunday, which is when the full moon is, then consider that the start of the week. There we go. Okay. Let me just move you over here. Excuse me. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Six of Pentacles. Yeah, this is one that has come up before as well, and it is a challenging card for me to interpret just because of all of the information that Rachel Pollack gives in her book about it. It's the idea that this character is disguised as a merchant, not actually a merchant. And it's the idea that this character is giving out what the people, the beggars down below, excuse me, confirmation verb, giving out what they can handle, not overgiving, not undergiving, giving from his perception what they need. So maybe as this character who has risen above the thoughts in her mind to that clear consciousness above it all. Maybe you find yourself not being able to have conversations with folks in the way that you normally did, in a way that is, it's the idea of small talk, right? You're not willing to bring yourself down to that kind of level. You're only interested in talking about big ideas, big movements, big things progressing. Yeah, you're leaving that all behind. This is just that confirmation. The Eight of Cups, this I like to think of as the prequel or precursor to the Hermit, because we have this character leaving a situation that, with all these cups upright, has been bountiful, has been plentiful, has been serving them, but maybe it's because you have gotten a hold on your thoughts. And this was kind of a theme that was coming up in some of the recent readings, which you can check out in this playlist right here. The idea of transcending, not in any kind of uh, out there kind of way, just deciding that I'm done with this, I'm moving on. And the astrology of the time definitely supports that. So, again, good for you. You're doing the thing, you're making the moves. and you're leaving it behind. We've got a moon here. We got the full moon coming up. This is actually an eclipse. Things are being eclipsed out of our lives. When's the next eclipse? I think that's coming up in March. I don't know. I'm not an astrologer. I just enjoy it. Knight of Cups reversed. I'll show it upright so you can see. Cups are all about action. I like to think of them as the disciple of the suit. And with it reversed, we can see it as a blockage, or I like to think of this as the. All right, hang on. Let me see how I want to say this. So, upright, the knights are about action. And upright, this is a character that is slowed. It's not as fast as the Knight of Wands or the Knight of Swords, but it's not certainly as slow as the Knight of Pentacles. That is a heavy horse, a heavy rider. And even here, we've got these wings on the helmet, suggesting Mercury or Hermes, or if you combine them, Mercury's. Uh, so with it reversed, this seems to be that invitation, kind of hinted at here in the Eight of Cups, that it's time to move. And it doesn't have to be a quick movement. We can still see that there isn't a lot of movement here. We've just got the one leg of the horse up. But even here, the knight has the wings on the heels of his boots, stirrups, whatever you want to call that. So this is the invitation to start moving, but be mindful. Start moving slowly. Seven of Cups reversed. Show it to you upside or right side up to start with. Yes, the card of all of these visions, all of these wonders. And if you are out of your head, like I know you are, then it becomes a point of deciding what it is that you want to bring into this reality, what it is that you want to actually create. It was reversed though, so I'll be interested to see what else we have, because this is kind of the halfway point. This is the decision point, we could say. So you've risen above the thoughts in your head with the Queen of Swords here. You're deciding how you want to spend your time, how you want to spend your conversations, and what you perceive people are ready to hear. Air quotes, ready to hear. Uh, and you're leaving a lot of those conversations behind, and you're okay with that. They're the way that we get through this world, but you're ready to move beyond that. But there is the invitation or the suggestion to go about that movement slowly. And if this is the choice of which one of these visions that you're having to bring into the concrete, bring into the material world, with it reversed, and like I said, I want to see what else is coming. I don't see this as a blockage. I see this as being deliberate with your choice. It's a busy week for you. Ooh. King of Pentacles, but it's reversed. The king is away from the walls of his kingdom. He is out in nature, and it's almost as if nature has become his throne. Kings are all about the responsibility of the suit, and the pentacles represent the earth element. They deal with the material, and that pertains, yes, to money, but also to the tangible things. And it's interesting that we have this coming after this decision point as to which you want to bring into the world. And with it being this movement from cups, water, emotion, to pentacles, earth, grounded material, it's just that idea of being very careful about your decision, and maybe even too careful with the king in reverse here. Again, it'll be interesting to see what the rest of it, what the rest of this week, what the rest of these cards show. But this is kind of suggesting the invitation here is that if you are able to go about this slowly and deliberately, if you're able to choose which of these visions you want to bring in, then you'll be able to ground it in fertile, stable ground. Ooh. Two of Wands was reversed though, but we'll just show it right side up here like this. This is a character who is holding a globe while they survey their kingdom, and it's this idea of almost boredom with all that they have created or conquered, and now they're looking for more. Two, of course, represents union, relationships, not necessarily romantic, but in the sense of partnerships, of two people coming together. With it reversed, though, mhm, it seems to be that this idea, whatever it is you're choosing, might take a little bit more time than you're anticipating taking root or grounding itself. And maybe we could see that as another interpretation of the reversed king. There is a lot of grounding here. Like I said, the vines and the bushes almost become the king's throne, that you can't even really see the throne. But with its reversal, and with this Two of Wands coming reversed, it's this idea that, things are going to move, but it's going to take some time, as things do. And it's not like you did anything bad or wrong. It's just that things take the time to bloom. Like we're here in almost literally the midpoint of winter. So things might feel stuck or stalled or certainly frozen. But underneath all of this snow and ice, nature is doing its business. And there is going to be that bloom, that new beginning as the world begins to warm, and as the worms begin to move. Two of Pentacles coming right after the Two of Wands, and it's in reverse. It seems like it's this idea of the balance, kind of like what I was just speaking to, and to understand that I'm getting that Alan Watts quote where it's something like, here's the real secret of life, to see everything as play and let that be the work of life. Like that is the purpose of life, to play. So maybe this stalling, that's what we can see it as. These two are the decision to change your behaviors or habits. This is the invitation to move about those new developments deliberately, slowly, decisively, and to anticipate or understand that there might be some slowdown, there might be some blockages, but that those blockages can be surmounted with the simple reorientation in your mind, which we know you're already good at, that the obstacles aren't in the way of the path. The obstacles are the path. And how do we want to look at those? Do we want to see them as obstacles that can bring us down, or do we want to see them as opportunities to rise above them? So, yes, it's a very, very busy week for you, my friend, but let's see if we can't get some wisdom from Hafiz to wrap it all up and bring us on home. What you got for us, Hafiz? Show us for the friends. Like I said, I took the week off, But I will be back. There it is. Every Tuesday and Thursday with a new reading for the collective. And this is a special. Oh, this is a special reading to take advantage of the energies of this Leo full moon. And we've got 34. Take the opportunity. And this one feels auspicious because we've got the sun here. The sun's literally just coming out. Hi, sun. Hi, sun. And there's a calendar around here. And even this could be seen as almost a moon shaped symbol. Take the opportunity. There's a lot going on here. I hope you can see that. Every moment, the earth's amorous body says, "Make love to me." And the sky says that too. Gosh, what are we waiting for? Opportunity comes knocking. Your job is to open the door and discover the adventure that awaits beyond it. The sun and sky seek your yes, and the world will change because of the risks you take. You are a creator, and you came here to explore the possibilities. Even if it doesn't turn out exactly as planned, this is a game changing moment. Seize it. It's going to be a busy, busy week for you, but an important week. And just to remind you to go slow, go deliberately, and anticipate those setbacks, those problems, but that you have the choice. You always have the choice to choose whether you're seeing them as setbacks or opportunities for growth. And this is coming through here at the end with the whoops. How do we want to hold this? Oh, with the Two of Wands, sorry, Two of Wands reversed, and then the Two of Cups upright. Maybe there is some kind of partnership that you're eager to have. This could be a romantic one, but I feel like it's more of a business or at the very least a friendship one. There might be this idea of one coming, and because of your eagerness you grab onto it, and it might not be the exactly correct relationship for you. And if we're seeing these as the invitation to slow down, that's just kind of reinforced here. But if you're able to resist that, if you're able to be patient, then the proper relationship will come into view. And so that's all I have for you. If you found value in this, I've got the donation links down below. Always appreciated, never required. And I will see you here on Tuesday and Thursday for another reading for the collective. But until then, I wish you nothing but peace, love, and happiness from this day forward. Take care.